The description of what happened is enough to send chills through your body. A baby just minutes old left to freeze to death in a northern Maine gravel pit. Today, Maine State Police say they have solved the case. Good evening, everyone. I'm Amanda Hill.
And I'm Pat Callahan. It's been nearly 4 decades since police were called to that gravel pit in Frenchville. In the end, they say detective work and genetics led them to Massachusetts and the baby's mother, who is now charged with murder.
Chris Costa is here now with more on our top story. Chris.
Pat and Amanda, back in December of 1985, Lee Ann Daigle was Lee Ann Guerette. She was about 22 years old and lived in Frenchville. When police caught up to her outside her home in Lowell, Massachusetts on Monday morning, she did not resist, and with hours, she had waived extradition and was on her way back to Maine to face a charge of killing her newborn baby.
It's good that we can bring resolution to the family and bring closure to a very tough case.
36 years later, and finally, an answer. Police arrested 58-year-old Lee Ann Daigle for the murder of her child.
The case was the culmination of decades worth of investigative work from dozens of now retired and current detectives who never gave up finding answers and justice for baby Jane Doe.
Police say Daigle gave birth to her baby girl and abandoned her in sub-zero temperatures in a gravel pit in the border town of Frenchville. A dog later found the baby and carried it nearly 700 feet to its owner's home.
Detective Pelletier and Lindsay have chased every lead and spent countless hours working and following up new leads that helped identify baby Jane Doe's mother.
An Aroostook County grand jury indicted her on the murder charge. In her first court appearance today, Daigle pleaded not guilty.
Any questions about that charge, Ms. Daigle?
No, I don't.
Police say when the legislature provided them more money for 2 more unsolved homicide unit detectives, they used those resources for this investigation. Part of that detective work involved using DNA testing and genetic genealogy. That means police had the baby's DNA and were able to match it with either Daigle's DNA or that of a blood relative.
We want to use the best technology we can to help bring closure to these families. These cases are of the utmost importance for the state police.
The cases assigned to these detectives stay with them every day. When one moves on or retires, a new detective gets assigned to the case. It just so happens Sergeant Charles Love, one of the original investigators, is the father of that man at the podium, Lieutenant Jeff Love.
You know, my hero started the case, and now I get to help a very small piece to help bring closure. He's excited, to say the least. He remembers these cases as all the retired detectives do, and we've had several successes with these unsolved cases, and we'll have several more.
Now, Lee Ann Daigle still needs to have a lawyer appointed to her. There won't be a bail hearing until she gets one. So until then, she will remain in jail. Court clerks tell us all the supporting evidence in this case is currently impounded.